Hi, welcome back to my Kickstarter for Authors crash course. I am Kayla Ann, author of Well of Dreams, and I am here to help you launch your successful Kickstarter. Today, we're going to talk all about that really important thing called the pre-launch page. Now, your pre-launch page is different than your campaign page. So your campaign page is what everyone can see after you launch a project. But the pre-launch page is just that little screenshot that potential backers can see before you launch your project and where they can click notify me on launch so that they are notified when you launch your project. The goal is you want to start collecting potential backers before you launch so that when you do launch, you are able to fund more quickly. This is your pre-launch page, and as you can see, it's going to include your title, your subtitle, your campaign banner, and any followers if you have them. This is what any potential backers can see, but they can't see anything else. So they can't see what you're working on the back end as you're working on creating your actual campaign page. So ideally, you want to have your pre-launch page up for at least a couple of weeks, but honestly, folks, I'm going to recommend way longer. For my first campaign, I had a pre-launch of about 4 weeks, and by the time I launched my campaign, I had about 80 followers who were notified that day that my campaign launched, which was great. For my second and my current campaign, that's the campaign that you see right here, I've had this open since April and it is now July, meaning that I've been running my pre-launch for a little over 3 months. And as of today, I have 293 followers. My goal is that I would have 300 pre-launch followers before my campaign starts. There is a correlation between how many pre-launch followers you have and then how fast you fund on that first day. General rule of thumb is you don't launch your Kickstarter unless you have at least 50 pre-launch backers. Now, do you have to have 300? No, you definitely don't. Do you even have to have 50? No, but I would definitely recommend it. It's just that idea that the number of pre-launch followers is probably going to equate to how much you fund on that first day. And it's gonna help you hit your funding goal. And remember, hitting your funding goal is really important because if you don't hit your funding goal, you don't get any of the money. Okay, so how do you gain pre-launch followers? Because it's really hard. You're not gonna like my answer. This is where we have to put on our marketing hat. And I know that as authors, it's so frustrating. We just wanna be able to write. But guys, we are our book's biggest champions. We have to love our books enough to kind of put ourselves out there in an awkward and difficult situation and be willing to talk about how wonderful our books are and to share with people why they're going to love our books too. So your biggest way of getting pre-launch followers is to market, particularly on social medias, because that's going to be your free option for marketing. This is why a long pre-launch is also nice, because if you have a long pre-launch, you don't have to market every day and you don't feel like you're just shoving your book in people's faces every single day, because honestly, that can get tiring, right? So if you have a pre-launch, you can take your time and you can talk about your book here and there and here and there and slowly gain your pre-launch followers. You can market in many different ways. In fact, I'm marketing right now. For instance, did you know that I'm running a Kickstarter in 1 week for Tree of Ash, which is a sequel to Well of Dreams, and it's a dystopian young adult fantasy with Norse mythology inspirations. There's, stabby best friends, sprayed edges, there's a ballroom scene. Just, all kinds of fun. And if you wanted to, you could even go ahead and click that link and you could click where it says notify me on launch. You don't even have to pledge to my campaign. If you're just interested to see how Kickstarter works, you could follow me in real time. See the different things that I'm doing, what works, hopefully what doesn't work, who knows, we'll see. Just saying, there's that launch button right there. Everything that I've taught you so far in all of my course classes is to get you to this point where you can get that pre-launch page approved so that you can start gathering your potential backers as you're continuing to work on your campaign. My advice is if you know at this point that you're gonna run a Kickstarter, wait until your book is fully drafted, wait until you have all of your revision notes from your beta readers, and then once you kind of know where you're heading and you have an idea of when your publishing date is, that's the time. Start working on setting up just enough of your campaign, remember 2 videos ago, so that you can get this pre-launch page, so you can get it posted and you can start gathering your backers. You don't have to have a launch date yet, it's okay. But this way you can start moving into the process and finding your readers who are gonna enjoy your book, maybe even more than you do. If today's video is helpful for you, you can show your gratitude by liking, saving, sharing, and commenting. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget, my Kickstarter's in a week.